dancer, currently a van dweller, and as you can probably tell, not a singer. I live in a self-converted bus, I drink an alarming amount of tea, and it seems I have replaced actual outfits with pajamas. It's all very glamorous. Most solo women would probably buy something small and discreet. However, I bought a bus. To be fair, I did build an entire cottage inside, so really, this was the smallest I could go. Minimalism is overrated anyway. And this time, we're off discovering Ireland. Gorgeous, green, and aggressively hilly. Oh, and this fluff ball is Winnie, my co-pilot. She's a Labradoodle, 7 years old, and quite possibly the laziest creature in Ireland right now. Ireland, a green island just off of the west coast of the UK, part of Europe, full of hills, castles and sheep, and now my temporary home for the next few months. How do I get a 7-metre bus to Ireland, do you ask? On a ferry, obviously, from Wales. Simple plan until you throw in a very high fever and a ferry that isn't exactly cheap, so I can't cancel it, and the delightful news that Winnie might have to stay locked in the van for the whole boat trip. Great!
Winnie's not allowed on the ferry. I didn't know that. So Winnie's got to stay on the vehicle, and apparently like dogs stay in cars. The ferry trip is like 4 hours long. Look what I've got, they just gave me this. I was like, so she's not coming with me? And we all know Winnie doesn't like being on your own. I feel like crap, and the last thing I want to do is traumatise my dog by leaving her on the board. Oh my god, she's so cute.
Luckily, I found out if I paid extra, I could take her into a special cabin. It wasn't the most glamorous of affairs, but honestly, I was so ill with fever, I could have slept in a bin. At least Winnie was with me, and I got a few blissful hours of fever dreams. And the added bonus of a hot shower.
Okay, so I've been conked out of sleep most of the time because I'm feeling like shit. But this hot shower is so nice, so worth it.
After a few days recovering, and by recovering I mean stay in a campsite as soon as we arrive, I hit the road. Finding parkups is a bit of an art form. Part detective work, part blind date. I use apps like Park for Night, check the roads on Google Maps, and hope that it's not on a 45-degree slope. This one though, that I found today, this one is a fairy tale. Everyone's got their own idea of a perfect parkup. For me, a good view is a must. Flat ground is next, and ideally not on a road where cars thunder past at 3 a.m. I'd like somewhere quiet, safe, with walks for Winnie, because nothing says romantic van life like pacing up and down a lay-by. Phone signal's a bonus, though I do have my own internet, so it's not necessary, but it does make me feel a bit safer. And bins are a luxury. And if I ever find one that has all of the above and a water filling up point, I may never leave.
Just wow, look at this place. I love it when I find like a really good parkup. It's just the best, and you're like, I live here for a couple of days.
As night creeps in, things get a little atmospheric. You know, the sort of eerie stillness where you suddenly remember you're parked alone on a mountain surrounded by trees. But this is the magic of van life. Because one minute you're up a mountain in the woods, and the next minute you just close the blinds, light the candles, and suddenly I'm not in the middle of nowhere, but I'm in my cozy cottage on wheels. People always ask if I get scared sleeping alone in the van, but honestly, these are the nights I get the best sleep. No traffic, no people, just the wind having a chat with the trees. If we were near a town, Winnie decides she's suddenly head of MI5, barking absolute nothing, then I'm wide awake clutching a saucepan for protection. So really, the middle of nowhere feels much safer. Plus, I don't watch horror films. The scariest thing I've seen in years is Harry Potter. And even that I don't like to watch alone. It's October in Ireland and it's surprisingly mild. 15 degrees Celsius, and I didn't even need to put on a fire this morning. Definitely not what I expected from a windy, rainy morning on the Atlantic coast. Okay, to be honest, most days I really don't bother with makeup. Definitely not on an indoors, cozy kind of day.
Put sun cream in your face, even if it's misty.
But if I do make a bit more of an effort,
oh, she's got some lips now. Lovely.
I have to admit I actually feel a lot better for it, so.
That's it, mate. That's what I'm doing. But obviously, jewellery. Technically right now I'm wearing pyjamas. It's like a little brown set. I bought it in the pyjama section, but I feel like I can wear it out and about if I've got a little bit of makeup on and some nice jewellery in. One.
Look how stunning these are. So these earrings are from wholesome. They're called Chalice and they're a gold leaf design.
So fancy. And what's great about jewellery is that it actually doesn't take up much room at all in the bus. Look how pretty that is.
And I've paired it with this gold rainbow gemstone necklace. And of course, my full dusk wooden watch. I wanted to say a big thank you to wholesome for sponsoring this part of the video. wholesome is a family business from Austria and every piece they make is handcrafted in small batches so that you know it's high quality and ethical. Everything comes with a 2-year guarantee and they ship worldwide straight from Vienna. And if you're in the US, customs is already taken care of, so don't worry about that. And you'll get your order in 5 to 9 business days. And what I personally love is that they use natural materials like wood and gemstones. So if you want to treat yourself or somebody else you know, their Black Week sale is now live until December the 1st, up to 30% off. And I've left the link in my description below and in the pinned comment as well if you wanted to go and check that out.
Hair out because I'm a hair down girl. A little brown situation. Brown's in, isn't it? Apparently, I don't know anything. I live in a bus, so.
Given that it's such a grey and dismal day, and the fact I've been on the road in Ireland now for nearly a week, I thought I'd give the van a proper clean.
I need to vacuum. I'll do that in a minute though. My sheets are like quite clean, really. I changed them a couple of days ago. This is definitely too much information, but I came on my period last night. Sorry, but I just wanted to explain why I'm only changing the bottom sheet and not all of the sheets. Anyway, moving on to cleaning the sheets. I keep a spare sheet underneath here. Where is it? There it is. Under the sofa is a great place to stuff all manner of things.
Living in a tiny home on wheels means it doesn't take much for it to get really messy and dirty in here. I'm one of those people that if the place isn't clean and spotless and tidy and neat, I can't do anything. So you really have to keep on top of the cleaning. So this is my little reset for today. I'm going to put some fresh sheets on. I need to clean the floors and everything goes back where it belongs. Okay, so I know you're going to ask me, how do I wash my clothes or wash my sheets in here? And I promise that I'll show you one day, but honestly, I keep forgetting to film it, so it's not going to be for today's video, but I promise I will do it and explain in another video soon. But once it's all nice and clean, it's time to walk Winnie. Autumn in Ireland is beautiful. Everything is gold, orange or green, like the countryside is showing off. Now, Winnie is normally off lead. I like to think that she's the adventurous type, but I have to be a bit careful. Ireland is full of wildlife. And once she caught the scent of a deer and disappeared for 3 hours. I had to stand in the woods shouting her name until it got dark. She came back eventually, but it was kind of traumatic. And walking here, surrounded by the woods, the mist and the mountains, you can really see why the Irish are famous for their folklore. They say that some lone trees are home to the fairies. Fairy forts, they call them. And it's bad luck to cut them down. There's an old Irish line that goes, "The woods were made for the hunter of dreams." And honestly, walking around here, it really does feel like that. So I've spent a few days here and honestly this might be one of the best parkups I have ever stayed at. It's quiet, it's safe and the walks are so spectacular. I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10. The only thing keeping it from a perfect 10 would be amenities. A bin to throw away any rubbish and a tap to fill up with water. But really, because this is in a national park and you have to pay to get in, there is no traffic, no houses, no one to judge my pajamas. And I didn't realise it, but feeling this safe and this secure really makes it amazing. But this isn't always the case. Okay, confession. This park up here isn't actually my first wild camping spot in Ireland. My first real wild camping spot in Ireland was a few days earlier on my way to Cork. So I just recovered from my flu and fever. I wasn't feeling 100%, but I really wanted to get back into wild camping because that is my favorite, as you know. And honestly, at first glance, this park up was perfect. halfway up a mountain, a few sheep, a whisper of mist that made everything look like P.S. I love you. Flat ground, great walks for Winnie. More than one, it's always a bonus. All the signs of a top-tier spot. The only drawback was that it was a touch closer to civilization than I'd normally go for. Still, it was all fine. I parked up, made a cup of tea, congratulated myself that I was still feeling ill but managed to do the whole wild camping thing. But as I'd later find out, it wasn't quite the peaceful evening I had imagined. First came the sirens. Goodness knows what was going on there, some sort of car chase. But then came the night drama.
I'm halfway up a mountain right now, and it is in the middle of the night. I don't know what people are doing driving around at this time. It does make me a bit nervous, but I also love, like my bus is a Mercedes Ferry, so I feel like someone's coming. They're coming into this car park. Anyway, I try to ignore it, but basically, I feel like people assume that in this vehicle there isn't just one girl on her own, I feel like they think that there's at least two people in here. Someone's parked. Makes me want to look. I wish I had cameras on the outside. What was I saying? The answer is yes, I do get scared, but I try to keep myself sane with the fact that I have Winnie. I wouldn't be half as brave without Winnie. I don't think I could do it without Winnie, actually. She is my little safety blanket. I might peek through the curtains to see who that is. This is actually quite bad. They're actually just parked right outside. Can you see?
So these two cars have decided to park directly, and I mean directly, in front of my van, as you can see.
They were beeping their horns a minute ago.
So a quick note about this car park, it's actually massive. We're talking a lot of empty space. Now, I'm not saying that this parking near my van has anything to do with me.
Can I focus?
They could just be really big fans of, the view of my van in the dark. Maybe they don't even know I'm here, but it does feel like a bold choice. A sort of statement park.
I'm a little bit scared. Why are they parked like the car parks are usually? Why park right outside my bus?
Now, I don't want you to worry, nothing actually happened. They just sat there for about half an hour. But when you're alone on a mountain in the dark and two cars decide to park right in front of your van, your brain kind of goes into panic mode. You start imagining all sorts, like secret meetings, suspicious deals, possible kidnappings. Anyway, they eventually left, and I guess we'll never know what they're up to. By the next morning, I still wasn't feeling 100%, so rather than heading too far, I decided to just move a little further down the mountain to a much smaller park-up in hopes of a better night's sleep. Instantly, it felt better. Quieter, safer. I actually slept properly that night. And in hindsight, I think that other car park was probably a bit of a local hangout. So, moral of the story, if you pull up in a car park and the ground looks like a Formula 1 track covered with tyre marks, maybe just keep driving. Definitely don't stay there, especially on a weekend. As anyone who has spent a few nights solo in a van would know, it's always nice when someone comes to visit. A friendly face, a bit of banter, and yes, someone to share the view with. Meet Elaine. 3, 2, 1, action!
Elaine is Irish, sarcastic, and is hardly ever serious.
She's tiny at 5'3". She's currently pregnant, and she really is the kindest soul you could hope for. We met at dance college, we've been best friends ever since, and she's come to stay for 3 days, armed with local treats and her dog, Alfie. So I'm going to try all of the local Irish delights that Elaine has brought with her. It's a taste test. Starting with,
I don't know, should I start with the crisps?
Yeah, because then you'll be thirsty for the
Yeah,
lemonade.
good idea. Okay, fine.
Okay, so you're going to try the cheese and onion hunky-dories first. Okay, this is the large bag, you can't get them in smaller bags. I just wanted you to share with me. Even Alfie likes them.
Oh, Alfie!
Alfie, sit down.
Accidentally vegan, cheese and onion.
yes, you heard me right, these are accidentally vegan cheese and onion crisps. I didn't believe it myself at first. We had to do some research, but turns out it's true. It's even on a vegan blog, so it must be legit. So to any vegans out there who have been pining for that cheesy crisp fix, you're welcome. Ireland has got you covered. Also, please note Elaine modelling my merch. She is absolutely glowing, although that might be the pregnancy or the crisps. Hard to tell. She's got my Moonride Autumn merch on, but I also have a Sunroam design. There's a Winnie design in there as well, and the original OG logo. There's a link in my bio if you wanted to check any of those out. But anyway, let's get back to the crisps.
Yeah, they're just so full of flavour. We actually, in Ireland, we do crisps really well. We do. I know they're coming from potatoes, so it's quite stereotypical. We know our stuff. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I know. I'm really actually sorry. Thank you.
Okay, and now moving on to
TK Red Lemonade. So when I lived in London,
Yeah.
I'd come home and this is what I would want to drink.
Really?
Like I'd want to have
The
some.
red. Ooh, that does not taste like.
No! I can't tell you what it is.
Oh, it's nice though.
Yeah.
Tastes like lemonade. Cheers.
Cheers.
more of an Irish snack taste test rather than a full Irish food tour. But those crisps,
It's good.
I mean, yum.
Okay, so I asked if anyone had any questions for Elaine, which is what I'm going to ask her right now. She has no idea what they are. So the first one is, when is the best time to visit Ireland?
Well, not this time of the year, which you have chosen because it's wet and windy and cold. And a lot of people come over St. Patrick's Day, which it is like there's a lot going on.
When is St. Patrick's Day?
That's the 17th of March.
Okay.
But it's a lot. Like you couldn't go, I wouldn't recommend going to Dublin during that time because
really?
it's like, it's crazy. It's so busy. I'd say during the summer because it doesn't get that hot in Ireland, but it'll be dry so you can explore.
What about the midges though?
I don't think there's a lot. So yes, summer. You'll find like trad music, which is like traditional Irish music in like most pubs 7 days a week. So yeah, I'd say definitely summertime.
Summertime.
Summer.
Okay, next question, Elaine. Do Irish people say top of the morning to you?
Never. Never. I've never heard somebody say that in seriousness in my life.
And you've never said it.
No.
Say it now.
I might say it to you joking because you try and do an Irish accent, but I will never say that in the morning, top of the morning to you. No. No.
Last question. It's not really a question, but can you teach us some Irish slang?
Some slang. Okay. Oh, if something happens and you're just like, say, sure, this is it.
What?
Sure, this is it.
Sure, this is it.
Yeah. Oh, it's raining again. Sure, this is it. Yeah. It doesn't make a lot of sense. And after we say, like, after we do something, we always finish it with now. So we'd give you your dinner and we'd go, no.
Now.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Here you are now.
Yeah. We put it on the end of everything. We'll finish this and I'll go, no. It's a weird thing. I don't know why it happens.
Well done. That was good. Self-conscious? Nah. She's used to it. Performer.
I hope you enjoyed meeting Elaine, a true local, Irish born and bred. And it won't just be me missing Elaine when she goes. Winnie and her dog Alfie got on brilliantly. You never quite know with Winnie which dogs she's going to take to, but these two became best friends in about 5 minutes.
So I thought I'd show you how I pack up. It actually isn't that bad, I don't think, considering the amount of stuff that we got going on. It isn't too bad. So, first things first, these. These are loose. So they have to go away when I'm driving. This cupboard here is a bit of a knick-knack cupboard. As in like the most random stuff I've got in here, including a bag of socks and currently loads of medicine because I'm not well. So just have to shuffle things in here basically. All of the drawers down here have got locks, like one and then another lock here, which I have to lock in place. Then these hanging situation obviously have to go. So they go in this cupboard. This cupboard again sometimes needs a bit of a rearranging stitch, but actually it doesn't look too bad today. I think that'll be fine. The tea cozy that my mum made. And then this cupboard has little clips. So you clip that on, clip that on. Next, anything. It's a very busy road today, it's a bit annoying. Anything that's in here, I just put inside the oven so it doesn't go flying. I actually often forget that one. But the sink goes upside down and this then fits snugly on top, like so. Washing up liquid goes underneath. Turn off plugs, that's a big one. Turn off everything. So you look the cupboards up here, and this one, they just have like little hooks. This one has a little hook. This one has a little hook. And then all I have to do is secure these. And these are my bifolding shutters. And they can be fastened because I've got these little bolts and I've got holes. So I just have to fasten them like that when I'm driving. Obviously need to lock the back doors. So I'm gonna do that now. Winnie's water needs to be tipped. Okay.
Before I close up the back doors, I always do a quick little spider check, though I don't seem to be doing one here, so I'll probably regret that later, I reckon. But they love hiding out in the corners back here, you know, inside the door frames. Really gross. And then once that's clear, it's just a matter of slamming them hard enough so that the doors actually lock. Easier said than done, especially when you're parked uphill.
And then the last thing to do is check that this is either open or closed. It's currently closed. We have the lovely bin bag in the way, I need to get rid of it. And that the toilet door is locked. Yep, and that the shower door's locked. And then we're ready to go. Let's try. Yay! See that on, which will be good.
So I'm quite used to long drives. I used to do them all the time in the car, and I'd always call someone, you know, call a friend to pass the time. But with the bus, that's kind of impossible. Basically, the engine's so loud that you can't hear anyone on loudspeaker. Plus side to the engine being so loud is that you also can't hear anything rattling in the back. And I've recently started listening to music, again, very loudly. And unfortunately, only songs that I already know, because you can't exactly discover new music when you're competing with a diesel engine. So when it comes to driving routes, I've learnt my lesson the hard way. I always check them now, always. Google Maps once sent me down a road in Cornwall so narrow that I had to fold my mirrors in, and I prayed that I wouldn't come across anybody. It was awful. But so far, Ireland's been a dream. Because I'm here in October and November and it's been Halloween season, I thought I should try and find a spooky parkup. So here's my attempt. Deep in the woods, all alone, soggy and wet. Did you know that Halloween actually has some serious Irish roots? It comes from an ancient festival called Samhain. I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong. Sorry, I'm just getting distracted by my bloody awful outfit here. This is supposed to be a Halloween outfit. Decided to dress me and Winnie up. Winnie's a bat. I think she's done better than me here, I have to admit. And then we headed off to Killarney, one of the bigger towns, and they were supposed to have a big parade there. Back at the bus, sitting here by the lake. The water smooth and still. It's easy to imagine the veil between worlds is thinner. So I'm going to leave you with my favourite Irish Halloween fact. Did you know that the lanterns that we now carve from pumpkins actually started in Ireland as turnips? Oh my goodness, please carve out a turnip next year. I definitely am.
Arg.